All right, here we are back at our drawing. Okay, we've got this wall, which is going to join in perpendicularly or at a 90-degree angle with the other wall that's going to go off kind of to the right here. All right, so let's draw that wall. And of course, we want to start with the sole plate. Okay, and we're going to start it with the closest edge, the edge that will be closest to us, which will basically be the top edge of that 2x4. Let's go ahead and draw it 2 feet out. Okay, now I'm going to offset it 1.5 inches. Offset that down. Okay, you see how it nicely matched up with this corner right here like it should. I'm going to move it. Okay, click, enter, and then grab it by the point, the end, and then put it right there. Okay, now I want to take this line and draw the width of this 2x4, that 3.5 inch width. Okay, so I'm going to do an offset, 3.5 inch. Okay, and of course this line we're going to move. Okay, we're just going to move it in a straight line until it hits this 2x4. Okay, so in our minds we can see that this 2x4 kind of goes behind this one, but you know, again, we're going to end up getting rid of some of those lines to make something look truly as if it were 3D. Now, one of the great things that I did not mention thus far about this, and you probably picked up on it already, is that isometric drawing does not have converging horizon lines. They don't have lines that converge on the horizon. Everything on here is true to its real life measurement. There's no perspective at all to it. Okay, so it's not perspective drawing. Just thought I would mention that. Okay, so what are we going to have here? Is we're going to have another stud coming straight up this way, and then we're going to have another one that's going to come out and kind of stick out a little bit at a different angle, I guess you would say. That'd be a good way to put it. Okay, so what I need to do, I'm thinking if I need to mark the other side. Okay, let's work with, okay, now I can't work with the leading edge here. I can't work with the edge that's going to be closest to me because it's going to depend on the 2x4 that's over here to the left. So we'll start with that 2x4. And we're actually going to start with, we're going to go against the rule here and start with the back corner of it. And we're going to take it up just a little bit higher than this particular 2x4. Okay, so it's going up just a few inches. I don't even know how far I drew that, but it really doesn't matter. Okay, now I'm going to offset that 1.5 inches. And we'll offset it this way. I'm going to activate it, click on Move Tool, grab it by the tip, and just bring it right down here, straight down here, keep it straight, right onto that, to the top edge of that 2x4. Okay. Now I'm going to draw the front edge of this 2x4 at 3.5 inches. Okay. And then I'm going to draw the part going backwards, and I want to line it up with that little line right there. Okay, remember at 30 degrees, and then right here. Okay, and then we need to put an edge on it right there. Okay, and I'm going to double check to make sure I drew that correctly. I may not have typed in the right measurement. Sometimes I do that when I'm typing really fast, but that is 3.5, so we're good. Okay. All right, now we'll also be able to see this line, which is going to be coming down all the way until we reach here. Okay, so all the way down just like that. Let's go ahead and put an X on the top just to kind of help us see it. Okay, so that's a cut piece of lumber. And we do need to trim, so we're going to the trim tool. And this line right here should not exist. Okay, but we are going to put a line right here, connecting right in here. That's where those two boards, where they join. Okay, now the other board, of course, again, like I said, it kind of depends on the placement of this one. And I'm going to make this one just a little bit shorter than that one so that we basically have 3 different elevations. So I'm going to activate that reference point and just move my cursor up a little bit, probably about right here in the middle would be a good spot. Okay, so I'm going to click right there. I'm going to draw 1.5 inches in this direction, 1.5 inches. Okay, so I'm drawing that closest edge to me right there. Okay, now I'm going to draw this edge on over here. This has got to go, nope, I drew that incorrectly. So delete that line. Take this line, let's go ahead and delete it. Let's start over on it. Okay, so again, activating that connection right there, come up about halfway, and this time we're going to go 3.5 inches. That's how far we were supposed to go with this particular corner design. All right, and let's take it 2.5 or 1.5 inches backwards, and I got my angle messed up, so I'm going to delete that. Try it again. 1.5 inches, enter. Okay, and then come back this way. And what I could do is just go to this back corner and also draw it at 1.5 inches. That way I've already got my guide, everything's already connected. I'm connecting that line right there. Okay, now looking at this, you see that the edge of the corner actually of this 2x4 is perfectly aligned with this back edge of the 2x4 that's behind it. Okay, so that helps us out. We won't have to draw that line, but we do need to draw this line from this corner all the way down. Where should it go? It's actually got to go all the way down here to the top edge, the closest top edge of that 2x4. Okay, and let's go ahead and do some trimming. This will start to come to light for you. So we can't see that line right there. We're not supposed to be able to see it. Okay, now it's probably starting to take a little bit of volume for you. All right, and then down here, since we got the board goes across here, we shouldn't be able to see that one or that one. And we need to take this one, and I'm going to make a correction here. I'm going to take this one, go all the way down. And then this one, let's do this first. Get a line, draw it at 30 degrees until you match it with that line. It's going to be 1.5 inches. Get the trim tool and trim out that little piece of line. Now we're set up the way we're supposed to be. Okay, and I'm going to put an X up here. Okay, and I'm also going to go ahead and close up this end down here, which I have not done yet. So I'm going to draw that line at 30 degrees, then that line at 30 degrees, and then get the trim tool, trim right across those two. Okay, come down even with that corner, click, and then here, click. Okay, now I got to put an X in it. That one I messed up. Okay, so there you have a corner. Okay, that is our framing corner. That's how we want the framing to be on the corners of our walls. Okay, and next one I'm going to show you is doing the top of the wall. Okay, and showing how that corner for this same particular corner should align. Okay, but just take a close look at this and just see how you drew that, and kind of see how it comes into view for you. Okay, as you're drawing it, you probably can't see it sometimes. It's like, what am I drawing? But then, of course, you begin to, and the longer you work with this, the more you kind of develop a three-dimensional way of seeing things on a two-dimensional surface. Okay, so that's it for this video. The next video is going to be over doing the top of the wall.